GameStop will no longer be doing pre-orders in store or online for any Pokemon card products. This market just keeps getting even weirder. This is reporting from in an article from PokeBeach.com. Their link is in the description, but let's get into it. There was an internal email sent to store employees today that GameStop will no longer allow customers to pre-order products from their website or from its stores. Like, this is a big deal. Like, GameStop is known for doing pre-orders for video games and like Pokemon and other TCGs for quite some time now. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, they're just going to stop taking pre-orders and force customers to come into their stores and buy the products themselves. And the reasoning is, moving forward, all the TCG products will be shipped directly to the stores, encourage more foot traffic. We encourage you to use this opportunity, they're talking to the store owners, to encourage your community through in-store events and introduce them to our services. Whenever a company puts out a PR statement, I never believe it. It's always some fluff and they're just trying to make themselves look better. And yes, there might be some truth that they want more foot traffic, but what does this ultimately tell you? Because I don't think we're getting the full truth. We're getting a partial truth here. Of course, every store wants more foot traffic, but why is it that you're not able to fulfill pre-orders in store in the future? Like, having just people come in to get that is just going to create a huge long line that you're already seeing on releases. Like, people are lining up at 4 or 5 in the morning just to get products from GameStop already with the pre-orders and stuff. It's just going to exacerbate that issue. On top of the fact that it doesn't seem like they're going to be able to have enough supply to support continuous sales and this continuous foot traffic that they want. So I'm not really understanding the logic behind this. Also, something to consider, GameStop gets their Pokemon cards straight from Pokemon. My research is correct, they don't have a middleman distributor. So is Pokemon not able to give them enough product? Maybe they got burned too many times with different pre-orders, and they had to cancel orders, because if you're canceling orders and stuff, that's going to cost time on the business. It just makes you wonder, why? Yes, foot traffic is a part of the truth, but are they not able to get enough product to support all the stores across the US? This isn't some mom and pop store. This is GameStop, a huge retailer in the United States. And now they're saying, nope, we can't do any pre-orders for Pokemon cards. Especially when you have product coming directly to you. It's just a strange situation. And the speculation is they're probably not getting allocated enough product to meet the demand. It's just simple as that. They're probably feeling the same pressure and the same pain points that every other collector and every other shop in the world is feeling, because there's just not enough Pokemon products out there. Also, look at the last sentence. They're also trying to garner more collectors to come do these in-person trading events to take away market share from local game stores. Local game stores are generally known for having different events, if they're big enough, doing tournaments, trading events. And GameStop has been trying to provide that, or make that a space for collectors to come to as well. If people come into the store more, they're more likely to buy more, right? So they're kind of trampling on the turf of local game stores and actual small businesses with that last statement in the in-store events. I've personally had a local game store tell me, yes, that's what they're trying to do, and people do go to those events. Moving on to the article, they have a quote from a store manager of a GameStop. No other TCG at GameStop has these restrictions. They're just speculating, but I believe GameStop can't get enough allocation of TCG products right now, so their only solution is to limit products and capitalize on walk-ins. First off, this store owner is brave. They're the hero we need and not that we deserve, okay? Because they could lose their job being able to say this stuff out loud, having an opinion like this, especially when you work for a big corporation like GameStop. But they're not wrong. He went on to say, after the holidays, GameStop limited all TCG products to 2 per person or per customer, except individual booster box, which are limited to 5 per customer. They're also charged above MSRP now, because they believe they're buying stock from other sources beyond Pokemon. And I've heard this and seen this multiple times. There has a picture on the internet where it says GameStop Obsidian Flames ETB, and it's at $81.99, and it's the GameStop specific price tag, the one that they use. So it's not like it's been faked. And the fact that you're seeing only Pokemon cards are the ones having issues. They're only limiting Pokemon cards, and this restriction's only limited to Pokemon cards. it gives you further credence and reinforces the belief that this is because they're not able to meet the demand and they're not getting allocated enough product across all their stores. And why would a GameStop company who's getting cheap Pokemon cards straight from the source from Pokemon, right? Because in a normal market, these distributors, they sell ETBs at like $30 to local game stores. The booster boxes go for like $85, $90 from a distributor to a local game store or small business. That's probably the same situation when you have normal market conditions, like markets of the last couple of years, Pokemon selling their product the GameStop. So the fact that GameStop now is charging $82, $105 for Crown Zenith ETB and $40 for 151 booster bundle, they probably went to a third market or some local person to get these products to even just have them in the store because so many people are asking for Pokemon cards. I don't go to GameStop often, but the last couple times I've gone, there's been some parent or some other person looking at the Pokemon cards and asking for it. I know that's anecdotal, but there's so much demand right now, and not even GameStop can fulfill the demand of their customer base. What's that say about Pokemon being able to allocate enough to them? This is all from PokeBeach talking. PokeBeach, previously reported hobby stores were seeing very low allocations of prismatic evolutions, which is definitely what we saw. That's across the market. Since then, we've learned allocations for March's Journeyt Together are just as limited. The Pokemon Company International, TPCI, promised last month it will continue to print more products to meet the high demand. This is ominous. This is not good news. Journeyt Together comes out in 3 weeks from the filming of this? Like, the fact that the allocations are going to be bad for Journeyt Together, just as bad as Prismatic, and there's other YouTubers who actually have distribution are saying their allocation of Journeyt Together is not good, or it's very similar to Prismatic and Surging Sparks. Like, we're in a tough situation if you're a collector, if you're a reseller, or you're just trying to get the new set. Like, this may be a set you have to skip, or you just got to pay top dollar. The market has just shifted over the last 4 months. It's unfortunate, but that's the situation we're in. And it's because Pokemon can't print enough. They put out a statement last month before Prismatic was released that they need to print more and they're going to print more to meet demand. They made the same statement in February 2024. Like, this is completely on Pokemon. If Pokemon can't even fill the stores of GameStop and meet the allocations for their demand, what's that mean for every mom and pop and local game store and all this? Like, the market is crazy right now because the demand is so high and the supply is so little. And Pokemon Company is the only company that controls the supply. They are the first link in the chain. I keep saying that. I'm going to keep nailing that point in because people seem to forget that they control the entire IP and they control the entire supply from the very beginning. The Pokemon Company could print more. They either can't because their printers are at max, or they're not willing to because they like what the market's doing right now. It's kind of hard to determine what's going on because it's hard to officially nail down, but we can make these inferences between all these little data points in the market right now. This was an excellent article and news from PokeBeach.com. Please go check them out. I have a link in the description. They also do a YouTube podcast where they talk about the news of the week. So go check them out. I'm not sponsoring anything. I just want to make sure they get the credit where credit's due. It just seems like it's going to be unfortunate for Journeyt Together and the Team Rocket set coming right after that. The next few months of being a collector are going to be rough. And I'm sorry, but it just seems the data seems to line up and to point to that direction. If you want to join a great community of Pokemon collectors, link into our Discord and below. We also run a rip and ship 3 to 4 times a week. We have a great time. It's a lot of fun. Even if you don't buy, just come and hang out. See you next time.